Hi, I'm Roger Simmons with OrlandoSentinel.com with more of our continuing coverage of the mass shooting in downtown Orlando at the Pulse Nightclub. Joining me to talk about the latest information we have is Sentinel reporters Elisa Cherney and Steve Hudak. Elisa, tell me, we just had a briefing from Orlando Police, a lot of information we've just found out. Give us more on what's going on.
Yeah, so Orlando Police, the local authorities here, have handed over the investigation to the FBI, who is now leading it. And we just got an update from the FBI confirming for us for the first time the shooter is Omar Mateen of Florida, of Port St. Lucie. And they told us that the FBI has twice interviewed Mateen for allegedly having terroristic ties. He first came to their attention in 2013 after making inflammatory remarks to coworkers and alleging his ties. They closed the investigation after doing interviews and determined no threat. They again learned of Mateen in 2014 after he had made contact with a suicide bomber. They determined that he did not have much contact with him and again closed the investigation.
Again, very disturbing information. You know, Mayor Buddy Dyer at one of the press briefings today described this as probably the most difficult day in the history of Orlando. During difficult times, people come together, and Steve Hudak, you were out at One Blood, which has been just overwhelmed with people trying to help in this very trying situation. Tell us a little bit about what you saw.
Well, what I saw, Roger, was hundreds of people lined up, and they were there because they wanted to do something to help. They thought that this was just, they were shocked by it, they were upset by it, and they wanted to find some way that they could help, and giving blood was something they thought they could do. And One Blood had put out a call for blood donations. So it was pretty heartbreaking. There were people there. I met a woman there who had worked at the Pulse nightclub for about 4 or 5 years, Becky Herrero, and she couldn't control herself. She was very, very sad and just thinking of her friends and the people who used to, that she knew when she worked there, the patrons.
Mm-hmm. A very difficult day, and you know, it's one of those times too that you see people coming together and also realize that Orlando, we're not alone. The Tony Awards tonight are being dedicated to Orlando. President Obama addressed the nation and talked about the situation here in Orlando. In New York City, the mayor has ordered the flags to fly at half staff in remembrance of those here in Orlando. And Elisa, kind of getting back to the suspect in this, even before we had this latest briefing, there were more information coming out about his ties to ISIS, and just a chilling one about a phone call he made. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, some sources with U.S. law enforcement have told reporters that he made a 911 call, that Omar Mateen, the gunman, made a 911 call before the shooting, pledging allegiance to ISIS. And investigators say that they are reviewing this. Local investigators and federal investigators have not confirmed this, but they said that they're poring over his social media accounts to determine who this guy was.
And I guess we'll be finding out more about that in the days to come. And finally, the City of Orlando has set up a special website, cityoforlando.net/victims. Once they get the victims' names, they're going to start releasing them on that site, and that'll be the next part of this, tragedy as we go forward now, putting names to the people who died in this awful situation downtown. All right, that'll do it for now. Stay with OrlandoSentinel.com. We'll be bringing you lots of updates on this story throughout the day, throughout the night, throughout the week.